Tokyo, 1918. In a quiet bakery in the middle of the city, a 19-year-old Japanese girl kneads dough while British detectives patrol the streets outside. They are hunting a man with a massive bounty on his head. That man is hiding beneath her feet. His name is Rash Behari Bose, and in 3 weeks, this girl must decide whether to marry him or let him be captured. This is not a love story that begins with romance. It begins with danger. 3 years earlier, in 1915, a man steps off a ship in Yokohama using a false identity. He claims to be a relative of Rabindranath Tagore, but the British know the truth. He is the revolutionary who tried to assassinate the Viceroy of India with a bomb. The British immediately demand his extradition. Japan refuses, but surveillance begins. Rash Behari changes names, houses, and allies constantly, living like a shadow, but even shadows grow tired. Eventually, someone offers him shelter in the most unlikely place imaginable. A family-run bakery in Tokyo's busy Shinjuku district. The bakery belongs to Eizo and Kako Soma, intellectuals who believe Asia must stand together against colonial rule. When they hear Rash Behari's story, they do not hesitate. They hide him in their basement, knowing British detectives are already nearby. Downstairs, Rash Behari lives without sunlight. Upstairs, life continues with laughter, customers, and family conversations. From the darkness, he hears a household that feels like a life he lost. Their eldest daughter, Toshiko, sometimes brings him food. They barely speak. Language fails them. But silence becomes its own conversation. One day, Rash Behari teaches the family how to cook real Indian curry. As spices fill the kitchen, he closes his eyes and remembers Bengal, his mother, and the country he may never see again. Kako watches and realizes something painful. This hunted man is completely alone. By 1918, the British increase pressure on Japan. A powerful Pan-Asian leader, Mitsuru Toyama, rushes to the Soma home with a warning. The British know Rash Behari is in Tokyo. Time is running out. Toyama presents a solution that sounds simple but feels cruel. If Rash Behari becomes a Japanese citizen through marriage, Britain can no longer touch him. But everyone in the room understands the cost. In that era, a Japanese woman marrying a foreign fugitive means social ruin. No status, no security. A life under constant threat. Kako realizes the solution points directly to her daughter. That night, Kako sits beside Toshiko and speaks carefully. This is not an ordinary marriage. This is danger, isolation, and possibly death. Toshiko listens without interruption, her face calm, absorbing every consequence. She asks for time. 3 weeks pass, heavy with silence and fear. When her answer comes, it is simple. She says she will marry him. Kako breaks down, asking if she understands the risk. Toshiko replies quietly that some things matter more than safety. What makes this story extraordinary is that Rash Behari himself resists the idea. He admits he has lived his entire life married only to revolution. He never imagined having a real wife, and he refuses to use someone as a shield. Kako answers him with dignity. She tells him her daughter understands him better than anyone in Japan, and that survival too is a responsibility. On July 9, 1918, the wedding takes place in total secrecy. No guests. No celebration. Toshiko leaves her home with only her father beside her. Kako watches from a window, knowing her daughter may never return as the same person. At first, the marriage is only protection. Two strangers sharing a house while spies watch from outside. But slowly, something unexpected happens. They teach each other language, culture, and habits. He shows her India through memory. She shows him Japan through patience. A marriage born from fear begins to feel real. By 1920, they have fallen genuinely in love. Their son is born, followed by a daughter 2 years later. In 1923, Rash Behari finally becomes a Japanese citizen. The hunt ends, but safety does not guarantee happiness. In 1924, Toshiko falls ill with tuberculosis. The revolutionary who survived bombs and empires is powerless against disease. On March 4, 1925, Toshiko dies at 28. She lived only 7 years after that marriage. 7 years that saved a life, built a family, and changed history. Rash Behari never remarries. He raises their children alone and continues working for India's freedom. In 1942, he establishes the Indian Independence League in Japan. 1 year later, he hands it over to Subhash Chandra Bose. From this foundation, the Indian National Army is formed. The armed resistance that shook the British Empire traces its roots back to a Tokyo basement. Without Rash Behari, it never happens. Without Toshiko, Rash Behari never survives. In 1945, Rash Behari lies dying in a Tokyo hospital. India is still not free. When asked what he wants most, he answers with a memory. Nakamuraya's Indian curry. He dies months before independence arrives. Today, in Tokyo's Tama Cemetery, two gravestones rest side by side. Rash Behari Bose and Toshiko Bose, written in Bengali and Japanese. Visitors still leave flowers, honoring a bond that crossed nations. Nearby, Nakamuraya still serves Indian curry made from his original recipe. Millions eat it every year, unaware of the stories simmering beneath the spices. So ask yourself this. How many lives changed because one 19-year-old chose courage over comfort? History remembers generals and speeches. It rarely remembers the quiet decisions that made them possible. Toshiko Soma has no statue in India. But without her, India's freedom story is incomplete. Sometimes the fate of nations turns on a single silent yes.